a little bit more of our failures, some of our favorite failures that led to the most growth. And we'll touch upon some of our successes as well. But as far as failures as far as they come, especially for myself, it seems like failures have always led to more growth in not only my personal life, in my career as well. So I just wanted to ask you this, Kenny, what's been your favorite failure in your life so far? And for this episode, we're just going to talk more about our career failures, and we'll dive into the personal failures later.
Later on. Well, for me personally, yeah, career-wise, my most favorite failure was, I guess, going back to a job that I hated. I don't know why I went back to that job. Um, I guess just a little more background of that experience. I was a college student at that time, and yeah, I was just trying to figure out exactly what I wanted to do and just try to find work and find like the finance to help pay for college and all that. So yeah, I decided to apply for an administrative assistant job, and yeah, worked that full time in addition to going to school full time. And I guess just the environment of being in that job was already like not really my favorite thing. Um, I guess it was the people and just the amount of tasks that were given, and also yeah, just not having that much flexibility um, based off of like yeah management. And yeah, so I mean know that I was also a full-time student, so
Mm-hmm.
it was kind of like restricted for me to um, have a lot of like flexibility. They wanted
Right.
me to constantly work, not really empathizing on the whole student part.
Right.
So I was there for, well, couple months, let's say half a year. And then I decided to leave. And then, yeah, just focused on school. And then eventually I decided to go back. Why I decided to go back? Um, because, at that time I was kind of like lost in whatever I wanted to do. Um, I
Mm-hmm.
was I was young. I'm young now, but um, yeah, it was just something that I really needed, like financially, and I guess just my work performance as well allowed them to kind of see my potential. And although I didn't like the job as much, they still hired me back, and um, just the environment stayed the same. So I think based off of that experience, it really taught me that, you know, you're gonna be in a job that you either love or you hate, kind of
Mm-hmm.
thing. And yeah, through that experience and just working in different environments, it allowed me to just kind of reflect on, yeah, what exactly I want to accomplish in my life, like career wise. And
Mm-hmm.
yeah, this has to be like one of my favorite failures because it taught me that, you know, it taught me what I like and like what I want to shoot for in my career. And yes.
Yeah. So two questions, Kenny.
Mhm.
First of all, what did you do at this position, and what made the environment not so um,
Mhm.
what's the word, up friendly or like cultivating for you
Mhm.
as a young professional coming up?
So I mean, different tasks. I mean, administrative assistant that really included like answering phone calls, filing, copying, all of that. And um, yeah, it was constantly just like that. But then me being the youngest in that particular company, I would always get stepped on from
Mm-hmm.
the older people, because I mean, not only they were there for quite some time, but because I was the youngest, they felt like they needed to have that higher role and
When you say
position.
step on, like what do you mean by step on?
Step on, like they would tell me, like I would have my way of doing things, but they would, in the end, tell me to do it their way. And that really didn't give me room to grow within that position because I was just forced to follow their way when, you know, there's definitely other effective ways that we can, I guess,
Yeah.
do
Did they
things.
explain why you should do it their way, or they just
No,
like my way or the highway, Kenny?
yes, that's one of the things. It was either their way or, yeah, that's it, their way. And yeah, I mean, I endured um, the first 6 months of working there, and yeah, it was a challenge, but at the same time, I I'm a strong person, and it's like
Mm-hmm.
mentally just telling myself, yeah, you know, it's this is just like I was a college student, and thinking about it at that time, I was like, you know, might as well learn to work in this environment because you know there's always going to be other jobs where I have to deal with these kind of people too. Which later on, yes, I mean, I had other jobs that were similar, but this is kind of like the one that really stood out. And yeah.
Did you get a chance to make any friends, or was there people around your age at that company?
No, everybody was actually like at least 5, 10 years older, more so 10 years
Uh,
older. So, and yeah, everybody was out of college, and um, yeah, everybody's been there for a long time, so they really had their way of getting things their way. And